What's up? Part 2. Have to do it, man. I don't want to, but I'm going to. Wait, where am I? Is this? So yeah, part 2. Defending Happy Console Gamer from Afrogamerdude. So, till this point, I still haven't watched anything past this point. I have not went ahead and checked to take notes, so I'm better prepared with like responses and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're just gonna get back into it. It's been a few days, so let's go.
YouTube to completely sell out your audience. Okay, just selling them down the river, just giving a game blind fake praise, just shilling a game just so they can get a payout from Nintendo or a free game or all these game companies. Like literally, it's been 100% exposed. There is not even 1% shred of doubt that he does this. Okay. Look up whether you like this guy or hate him. The Last Gamer made a very informative video talking about exactly what a blind corporate shill that you are, how badly you sell out your audience down the.
So someone in the comments of my part 1 video put a link to that video. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to. I promise I'll probably watch it tonight. I've watched The Last Gamer a little bit. I can't put my thumb on it because it's been very little that I've watched of him. Something rubs me the wrong way about this guy. It's hard to. I don't know if he's like mega rich or something, so none of these problems really apply to him. He doesn't need to be a professional video game reviewer like Johnny. But there's just something about this guy. Maybe I'll review or I'll respond to that video that Afro's talking about and the video that was left in my comments. I'm not quite sure how making a, what I'm interested to know what this guy thinks about video game reviewers from like IGN and GamePro, Famitsu, back in the 90s, early 2000s, what these people thought about companies who get paid to review certain games. And specifically some reviewers. There are some prominent reviewers where companies would be falling head over heels to get certain people to review their video games. So I'm wondering how they feel about video game journalism, where people are literally paid to talk about games, sometimes paid to review games. Sometimes if someone already has a good thing to say about a video game and then they get paid on top of that, they'll maybe fluff up the game a little bit. And so one thing Baldspot keeps talking about, Baldspot Gamer, that's what I'm calling him now, Baldspot Gamer, I'm telling you, 5 years maximum, he's going to have to change his YouTube name to Cul-de-sac Gamer Dude. Because this ain't looking too good. This I don't know why my cursor's not showing up, but if you could see my cursor, it would be... Oh, there it is. It would be in this region. And look, I gotta say, I've actually not... Until he renounces this stuff, I'm no longer going to be in live streams. And I know this doesn't hurt Afro at all. But I don't want to be a part of it. I'll tolerate it, see if I could fix anything on my microphone because I keep going way over. I'll tolerate it when it's warranted. But these hour and a half hit pieces are like the worst form of journalism. Going after somebody that did nothing personally to you. Why? Other than to just be hateful, to just spew that nasty venom for no reason. If, look, and I might be getting ahead of myself. Like I said, I did not watch anything else of this video. I haven't seen any of it. He might drop some bombshells that might seriously have me reconsidering my fandom for Happy Console Gamer. Because this guy has helped me open my eyes to certain YouTubers. But at the same time, he's really shown that he's just I'm thinking he's an only child. That's my guess. He's an only child when he grew up. He was catered to hand and foot. And because he just can't comprehend when people do something the way he doesn't want them to do it. So I was able to tolerate him for a while because of his amazing collection, his vast knowledge of the video game industry, retro and current. And he did take down some golden calves that deserved it. But then he just goes off the rails and just makes these hit pieces on people who don't deserve it. Where was I going with that? I don't even know what point I was trying to make, but anyways.
And selling out the people.
Oh yeah, so yeah, again, I wonder what he thinks about people who worked for, Electronic Gaming Monthly, all these magazines who were paid to review video games. So is he saying all video game reviewers are bad because sometimes there's compensation involved? And listen, when YouTubers get review codes, or review copies, I should say, they're digital codes. They are digital codes. It is not a physical copy. Now, if you could avert your attention to Johnny's most recent video talking about the Switch, Johnny has probably 100 Switch games. And he makes the comment all the time. I might sneeze. Give me a second. Excuse me. Johnny makes the comment all the time. Even though he gets a free review code, if he likes the game, he buys a physical copy. So he's still supporting the game, the studio who's giving him a free review copy. I mean, what do you think about? What do you guys think about that? What if someone gets a free review code, they review it, and if they like the game, then they buy with their own money a physical copy? Does that make it any better?
Who give you your living on YouTube in the first place, that enable you to make this content in the first place and not have to, gain employment.
Don't forget, Johnny made this YouTube channel, I would say probably 5, 6, 7 years before money was even in the picture. Making full movie length video. Well, it was a movie actually, for a 5,000 subscriber celebration. And in making videos decades before YouTube was even a thing.
And just live at home every day. You should be grateful to these people, not selling them down the river, selling them snake oil. But that's exactly what YouTubers like.
You know what I want him to do? I want him to make a list of all the times Johnny has been blatantly dishonest. I could think of one where he might have skewed the information a little bit, and I think that was his Last of Us 2 review. I've never seen Johnny make a review like that. He was beside himself. He could barely breathe at parts of the video. It could be an authentic reaction from him. I know he gets caught up in the moment and he gets excited. So maybe, in hindsight, he probably won't hold it in such high regard, like it's like the next coming of Jesus Christ. But yes, that's the only time I could ever think of. Literally, that's literally the only time.
Happy Console Gamer do. Because the last gamer exposed this guy 100%. He revealed basically the pamphlet that Nintendo sent him when they wanted him to.
Okay, hang on. I'm definitely going to respond to this. Okay, I'm definitely going to respond live to that video.
Chill for the Nintendo Switch. It like literally has a procedure written down on this paper. We're going to give you a free Switch, and in exchange, we're going to send you this procedure on exactly what to say and when to say it. You are not allowed to make bad remarks. You're only allowed.
People have been doing that for decades, not just with video games, not just with movies, but with just all kinds of products. People will get paid. Listen, so put it this way. Johnny gets a review code for a game. Johnny likes it. Johnny's actually turned down a lot of free review codes. He's mentioned it. He has turned away a lot of reviews just because he doesn't feel like doing the reviews. Where was I going with that point? Johnny's turned away reviews. What the hell was I going to say? Hold on, let me back this up.
To follow the script, you need to comment.
Okay, so Johnny gets a review code. He feels like reviewing the game. He likes the game, so he makes a review. And then he might get a bit of a script or something like that. Not necessarily a script, but just like an overview of things that the company would like them to say. Because it's all part of marketing at the end of the day. So with their millions of dollars in marketing research, they pick a couple buzzwords that they would like some people to say. But so what? It's not like they're fabricating the review completely. You know what I mean? Just because they'll have him say an extra one or two. Johnny's actually bought his own PS5. And Johnny's bought his own original Nintendo. Bought his own Super Nintendo. Bought his own N64. Bought his own GameCube. Bought his own Wii. Bought his own Wii U. I don't know about the Switch. But bought his own Game Boy. Bought his own Game Boy Pocket. Bought his own Game Boy Color. Bought his own Game Boy Advance. Bought his own Nintendo DS. Bought his own 3DS. So he gets one free console, maybe. For how much promoting Johnny does. You think if he wasn't given this console for free, he would have just never got a Switch? Look how many software titles he's bought. Where Nintendo and most game companies like Sony and Microsoft make their money is from first-party titles. Look how many games and look how much promoting Johnny has done for the brand of Nintendo. Nintendo pays people millions of dollars to run advertising campaigns professionally, like on television and stuff like that. So the amount of exposure Johnny's given to Nintendo, I think a free Switch was probably in order, honestly. And just look how many games Johnny has. He has like 300 Switch games, and that's not counting all the digital codes that, all the digital games. He's bought this same Nintendo game 1, 2, 3, 4 times just because he's loved it so much. You know what? I'm trying to think of an example. Johnny actually bought, what game was it? I don't know, but he bought it a few times. Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Oh yeah, so it goes through the script and then it shows everything Happy Console Gamer is saying, and check, word for word, order by order. Look, you must remark about the slim packaging of the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'm sure Happy Console Gamer just thought, the box. Yeah, I'm sure it just occurred to him to rave about the size of the box for a minute straight. Or, oh, let's remark about the sturdiness, the firmness of the Joy-Cons on the Switch when you...
Well, you know what I don't know if you've seen the Mario 64 memories with he had Robman on, and I think he's brought it up in other videos. Well, for other controllers and stuff in particular. Well, one, this is just something I could call on top of my head. Like I said, I haven't watched this yet. Every time he's saying something, it's the first time I'm hearing it. So this is only what I could think of off the top of my head. Johnny has made remarks about packaging dozens of times. He's even sat down and talked about how it's like a spiritual experience. How he'll get a new console and just marvel at the box and just pour over, read everything on the box and take the packaging out and like light candles and smoke a cigarette and just like have a tea and just have a total moment opening a new console. Anyways, and there's actually video with, like I was saying, I think it was Mario 64 Memories, where he's just pouring over the packaging Nintendo uses for like the controllers and the different colors of the N64 controllers that they use and stuff like that. So honestly, I do think Johnny is, and I'll tell you this. Until Metal Jesus took over, I listened to every All Gen Gamers episode. I think it's episode 1 through like 80 or 90 or something like that until Metal Jesus takes over. Johnny talks about it a lot, about video game design, like packaging, the advertising, the fonts. So I do think Johnny would be the kind of person to absolutely make a remark about the packaging of a console. I do truly believe that, honestly.
Literally, that first model, like they jiggle and shake. Okay, like they feel like they're gonna peel off. It's like, oh, how sturdy and rigid it is, as it's like literally fucking like about to fall off. Oh my god,
the
yeah,
Switch?
no, that's
dude, the Switch is sturdy. My daughter dropped it down my flight of stairs.
And the viewers, okay, are a bunch of chumps that
and
pay
it
his
works
wallet.
like a
Do you
charm.
think he respects you? Do you think? Oh my god,
dude, have you ever heard of like the legacy Nintendo has with durability of their products? Like that famous Game Boy that got like blown up in a fire in the original invasion of Iraq. That still works, turns on, like, and he's gonna think Johnny's just making this up when it's well documented that Nintendo products generally are very sturdy. Even the Wii U pad, dude, that might be kind of light, but that thing is durable. Trust me, I've dropped it plenty of times. And so has my wife, maybe forcefully dropped it a couple times when playing Splatoon back in the day.
I think he respects you putting money in his wallet. And like, oh yeah, these like gamer girls for that matter too. Like these blind simps who give like people like Sniper Wolf and shit money. Like, do you think they have any regard for you whatsoever for giving this money, that they're grateful or that they like you, or if you met them in person, they'd be your friend? No, they look down on you. They spit on you. They have more respect for people who don't.
I think he's right in this instance. I think a lot of celebs and streamers probably feel this way, but I don't think that about Johnny at all. Honestly, Johnny's very personable. When he would go to cons, he would sit there and talk to people for 5, 10, 15 minutes. And like the autistic spazzes that come to cons and they have no filter and they just want to talk to you about everything. I never seen Johnny get visibly upset at anybody taking up his time at a video game expo, namely the Game On Expo in Arizona, which I've gone to many times. So, but I've never went up and bothered Johnny. It's whatever. But that's neither here nor there. I respect people's privacy. But yeah, I don't think Johnny just looks down on people that are his fans and spits on them. With as much fan service as Johnny has faithfully released at least one video every week for a decade. Literally. And made a movie done tons of podcasts, done tons of guest appearances on other people's channels. I think Johnny's very thankful, actually, because it's allowed him to stay at home, have a decent living, still living in the same apartment, by the way, and driving an older truck. I don't know. It's just, the arguments are so weak, man. He just like, just because so E-Celeb A is like this, that means Johnny's like, it's just false equivocation, you know what I mean?
Donate them money because they don't think you're mentally ill weirdos. Like, oh my god, dude. It's just sick. Sick the shit that we see on the internet and on YouTube. Yeah.
My spidey sense is tingling. This next point is going to change my mind completely. Guaranteed 100%.
And look at all of his game reviews for that matter, too. I mean, look at all the 10 out of 10s that he gives, this blind praise he gives for these games. Like Link's Awakening on Switch, that game that like it looks like a Wii game, but yet the frame rate chugs like it's Breath of the Wild, okay? This like 4-hour long game that they couldn't even get the frame rate to work for. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. Or I think he gave Astral Chain a 10 out of 10 too. He also praised the ever-living fuck out of Final Fantasy 15, that half-finished piece of shit. And he played it before a single update. I think he got an early copy, which, yeah, hint, that a YouTuber's opinion is bought and sold as if they have an early copy. But yeah, at least in his early impressions, maybe he got it day one, but his early impressions video, he's remarking about...
So, what would you think, Afro, about the times where he's given games poor reviews? And on his other channel, Film Fury, I don't know if I'm not subscribed to that channel because I don't give a crap about movies. I don't even want to know what movies are in theater. But he's given movies bad reviews in games. He's given plenty of games bad reviews. Look, and scores are subjective anyways. What's a 10 out of 10 to him is a 5 out of 10 or garbage to you, and what's a 10 out of 10 for you is going to be garbage to somebody else. Like right here. It's kind of funny, how convenient actually. I hold the world record in this game. The fastest time across all consoles, which is on the PS2. No one has beat this game faster than me. Put it that way. You know why I decided to speedrun this game? Because in my heart, honestly, I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding. As a fan of the Flintstones, first of all, I like the Flintstones. I like the IP. I love Bedrock. I have like the Flintstones toys. Like, I love the Flintstones. So anyways, and as a video game, it's just like this game would be like in the arcades or something. It's just a straightforward, super simple game. Anybody can play it, but it's like really hard to master. I think this is a 10 out of 10 video game. Honestly. And most people think this is a pile of garbage. But in my heart, I truly think this is a 10 out of 10. The replayability of this game is unbelievable. Unbelievable. The speed run for this is the most fun I've had in video games. Like, top 3 at least. Other being like playing Halo 2 online, beating Dark Souls, and getting the world record for dude, so scores are subjective. And Johnny has given plenty of games bad reviews. He's given plenty of movies bad reviews. He's given consoles bad reviews. So there you go. Scores are subjective.
How amazing and brilliant the game is. Like, yeah, it was literally half a fucking game at launch. Even with all the updates, it's still basically half a game. It's still a piece of shit game. And yeah, you can see him talking about the story at one point. He goes, the story is, it's good. Like, he's literally, he's choking on his own words. Like, he's forcing it out. Like, it's good. He's trying so desperate to maintain positivity, which, yeah, I'm probably getting a little ahead of myself here, but...
Okay, that point wasn't that good, but I was off last time. But guaranteed 1 trillion% this is going to be the point that changes my mind. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm glad I'm sitting down. Folks, here it goes.
Number 5, he let it slip. Yeah, this dumbass was, dumb enough to let it slip that he writes letters to game companies bragging about his YouTube views to get free games. Like, he seeks out these companies. He's so desperate for a free copy of a game to save any little bit of money at the expense of everybody else's money when he blindly prays.
See, he's like rehashing the same argument, but he'll angle it a different way. Because it's the same response. I'm having the same response for all the points he's made so far. And he said he's only at 0.5. I'm in trouble. Because I'm almost like an hour in total, including last video and this one, and he's only at 0.5. And there's 45 more to go. Yes, unfortunately for Baldspot, gamers that are paid reviewers, sometimes they have, if they don't have managers, they have to market themselves. They're going to have some tenacity, reach out to indie developers, reach out to other video game studios. Like, hey, here's my YouTube channel. Here's all the views that I get. Here's the games that I talk about. I'm, for the most part, family friendly. What do you think? You could send me a copy of your game. If I like it, I'll review it and I'll buy a physical copy. And I'll give you tons of exposure. It's a win-win situation. So, another garbage. It's like me. Okay. I won't get into what I do for a living. Not right now, anyways. But it's like if I make contacts for my company, it benefits me greatly monetarily. If I get set up a new contact, that's all Johnny's doing. He's setting up a new contact. So when I try to make a new contact with my company, I will hype up my company. I'll say, this is how many jobs we'll do a year. This is how we run our jobs. This is how we do it. Here's some pictures of our jobs. Here's some pictures of the work that we do. Here's how long we've been in business. This is how many customers we've served. Here's a card. Check it out. Tell me what you think, and we'll figure something out. We'll get a contract signed. We'll if you want to use us exclusively. So, and his hair receding ways, that's just peeling back so far. I think it's clogging his ability to think clearly. Like, marketing blows this guy's mind. He cannot understand this is what the whole video is coming down to. This guy can't understand marketing.
This is a game that might not be for them, or it might just be straight up shit. Who knows?
Next point, I promise.
He writes letters to game companies, like, seeking them out, that they'll give him a free copy of a game. Like, are you serious? Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess he just pulls out a freaking piece of notebook paper and, like, draws out in crayon, like, oh, dear Nintendo, I have a large audience on YouTube who listens to everything I say. They cling on to every single word I say. I have them all wrapped around my little finger. If you send me free copies of games, I will blindly praise all of these games and give them 10 out of 10s, so that lots of sweaty virgin neckbeards in their mama's basement will go out and buy these games with their mommy's money, and you make lots of sales. Signed, Happy Console Gamer, wink wink. Who is watching content like this on YouTube? Okay, these are the most disingenuous fucking reviews, I swear. What good... I swear, I think people know this and they just don't give a shit, because all game reviews...
Who's watching his content? Let's see. I've never done this before, so this might not work. I know of a site called Social Blade. YouTube. I'm going to type in Happy Console Gamer. Let's see. 56 million views. 56 million views. That's who's watching Happy Console Gamer Baldspot. 56 million people.
Become these days is just people want validation for their blind fanboyism about said games, particularly Nintendo. Particularly.
All right, I'm going to stop it here. It's 30 minutes. I'm going to just roll right into part 3. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. Part 3 coming up.